As you're debugging your applications here, you want to know where in your source code you dispatched a given action. This is what tracing is for. However, by default, tracing is not enabled. You can see that from this message here. So let me show you how to enable it. First, we go to our terminal window and install Redux-DevTools-extension. The version I'm using here is version 2.13.8. Now with this package, we can simplify and enhance our store configuration. Let me show you. So we go to our store module. So earlier we added this expression for getting a store enhancer that would allow our store to talk to Redux DevTools. With this package that we installed, we can simplify this code. So we no longer have to pass this long expression here. So on the top, let's import a function called DevTools Enhancer from Redux DevTools extension. Okay. Now we remove this long expression and instead call DevTools Enhancer. This function returns a store enhancer function. So this is also another example of a higher order function, because when we call this function, we get a function. Now here we can pass an object for configuring our store enhancer. So let's pass an object. In this object, we're going to add a property called trace. We set that to true. So this returns a store enhancer function that knows how to talk to Redux DevTools with tracing enabled. Okay, save the changes. Now let's go to the trace tab. So here's the code that dispatched the last action, the action for resolving a bug. If we go back in time, let's say, select this action, you can see the line that dispatched this action. This is very powerful. Now, if you click on this, this brings you to the bundle that is generated by Webpack. So in this bundle, on line 10,000, we have this call to the dispatch method. Now, what if we want to see the actual code that dispatched this action? Well, we have to instruct Webpack to generate source maps for us. Source maps are the mappings between our bundle and our source code. So back in our project, let's go to webpack.config.js. We need to add a new property here. So that is called DevTool, all in lowercase. We set this to source-map. Save. Now we need to go to this terminal window to restart Webpack development server, because this development server does not automatically pick up the changes in webpack.config.js. So in this terminal window, we press Ctrl and C to stop the development server and then run npm start. Now, if you scroll up, you can see that Webpack generated two assets. One of them is app.js, which is our application bundle. The other is app.js.map. This is the file that shows the mapping between the lines of code in the bundle and in our source code. Now, back in Redux DevTools, click on this button over here, the settings button. On this dialog box, we can specify the editor for debugging. So by default, it's set to use browser's debugger. That is why when we click on this line, we go to this debugger in Chrome. We don't want to use this. We want to use VS Code. So back on this dialog, select external editor. Here type VS Code. Then in this box, you need to type the absolute path to the project directory. If you're on a Linux machine, you can get the current working directory by typing pwd. That is short for print working directory. So this is the absolute path to my working directory. Now, if you're on Windows, you can use File Explorer to get the full path or the absolute path to your project directory. So copy this and then paste it in this box. Press the tab to save the changes and close this. Now this time, when you click on this line, this opens up VS Code and highlights the line of code that dispatched the given action.